Peterbot. And Pete, 0 complaints. Probably happy
Yeah, he's
Buka was able to still set him up.
Not necessarily impossible as Peterbot. No, this is not the same replay we've seen. This is just Peterbot bullying Ollie A. He said, you know what, Zeke? I don't care what you have to say.
Oh my goodness, this is sickening. Peterbot!
Time to land near his drop spot.
Look at everybody shooting
And
at
Peterbot again! He has 5 eliminations. I believe 4 of them are just farming Ollie A out of the sky. I feel so bad, but it really just means that Mongrel down below.
Want to actually steal this one for themselves. But look at Cold and Courage. They're also making their way in.
Oh no.
We got it. We're not just taking it. No, you go somewhere else, the other side of the map, please. I can't keep watching this highlight reel. It'll be up close and personal. Thunder Shotgun pulled at the ready. Savage clip, but he doesn't have enough HP to tango, and that's gonna be a knock. Another elimination for Peter. Let's see though, they left Slurpy Swamp wide open, and other teams have tried to move in, but Mongrel doesn't stand a chance. Peterbot letting him know what's good for what feels like the millionth time since yesterday's games.
Elimination.
And onto Buka nonetheless. Peterbot just so down.
Legendary slurp going on over to Typical Gamer, and it's Typical Gamer himself.
Or Ollie A might have just passed the torch along to his teammate.
He's just been hiding down underneath. Peterbot misses the shot, but now he has him full boxed up underneath. This is all over. As long as Peterbot can land the shots necessary, Ollie A is not able to get out as he lands continuing shots after another. 3 straight back to back to back. But at least Ollie A, you see the smile.
He can't just openly aggress into Savage's box. He might even shift his focus towards Savage's duo mate. Locky, he's got to stay closer to where Savage is at. Peterbot from overhead. Peterbot cracks Savage's shields entirely. Peterbot knocks Savage, and that's just another elimination added up. Hey, but Savage, he just can't get the return blow he needs. Savage is gonna fall, and Peterbot's gonna let him know what's up.
It's just answer the call as Peterbot gets the wall, gets the piece once, and as he fires a 78 shot, it's just a little bit too quick to the punch as he takes down Lachlan.
Kind of just conveniently sticking around the outskirts of Slurpee, but poor Lachlan. He just can't catch a break here as Pete takes him down one more time. Might actually do this.
He finds his former teammate, Veno, the 6 out of 12, as he lands another shot, but he gets Shockwave out of zone, quickly uses his, finds his way back, 0 builds left, but on the high ground, it's his EU competition. He goes for a play, but gets set right back down. Nikov, Ponaside, 4 eliminations, they're in control.
And they absolutely blocked off Queasy's attempt to actually catapult himself back up the high ground. Clicks, Lacey, they're just too tangled up. It's only gonna be Clicks that manages to finagle his way out of here, but he's gonna shockwave up. He sees Ponaside, but he's a target. But Ponaside's been sent packing. It's only Nikov, the other half of the Gentlemates, to keep this one alive.
There's one duo left in this game, and it's Cooper and Zemi. Everybody else is solos as Queasy's trying to go for the heal off. The Chug Jug backside of the zone. He barely gets it off in time, but Cooper and Zemi, they have the Chug Cannon. Infinite heals as long as they have the time. Queasy drops down from above, but it's only a short stint. He doesn't want to go ahead and stay there for too long as Nikov goes down. 2v1 situation. If anybody can do it, it has to be Queasy.
But Queasy's just outnumbered. Cooper and Kanata, no, instead, layer transition back towards that secondary height. Veno sent to the abyss off that shockwave, and Daya, she'll meet her end though.
Now every single person left alive in this game is a solo in this competition, and Seti's just trying to work his way through. All he has is the bare minimum, the Siphon Mask, but if you look up, no, that's not an Angel, that's Clicks, and he has more legendary slurp juices that he knows what to do with. This is a Clicks game.
Kanata, he's reliving the practice moments currently. He doesn't have any heals this time though, and Seti, don't know if he's in the same kind of position, but look at Clicks, an absolute menace in the high ground, just causing so much mayhem for the 2 down below. Seti finds Kanata, now it's all up to Clicks. Clicks trying to make sure he just doesn't get chopped out. Seti, he's got a way to make his way towards the high ground. Clicks can't afford a drop, he has to use all of his builds. He still has a couple of slurp juices remaining. He's gonna look for Seti, he wants the finishing shot. He doesn't need the heal up, but he might just look to play it safe anyway.
Siphon Mats are so important, that changes the game completely from the situation we're in. Double slurp juice pop, he sends Seti flying out
elimination now onto Nate Hill. And it could be disastrous for Savage. He's trying to see if he can make his way forward, but Peterbot actually going to be the one caught off guard. Rex from behind, just taking him out. A menace to the lobby, no lore, but Rex paying the ultimate price. She's also been eliminated. Thomas bringing down Mr. Savage, and it's all by himself that he's got to keep this one alive.
Oh no, Shockwave just a little bit too far into zone, only 10 on the Chug Jug, so that's essentially going to be a non-factor. Down below, one of the few duos left in this game, Ronaldo and Kanata. They are the ones on the hunt. They are the ones causing complete chaos down below, especially for any team that crosses path, and the Gentle Mates have just been separated. Nikov is down as Ronaldo picks up his third elimination.
But Ronaldo, he's running slim as far as the builds are going, and Seti, he might have to drop. Seti might have to get involved, getting a couple of tags. Kanata's shield's so incredibly low, but Seti, he's all by himself. He's just trying to stay out of the line of sight, and he can't go much further. He's gonna have to block his view.
From a top 2 to a top 3, at least he's staying consistent. As Nick dropping down from above, no builds. Queasy taking a huge amount of damage, 10 HP each. They're scrambling to try to make a play, and Nick and Bernie is amazing with that elimination, but it's Ronaldo!
Filthy teams on the low ground, but can they escape Peterbot's vision? That's been the real deciding factor for so many of these teams. Courage also scrambling right next to them. Cole taking out Reason, though. Very big troubles, very huge scenes, though, as Courage finds his own elimination onto Jacob.
He just wiped the full duo out of the lobby. No siphon, though, so 30 HP. The necessary time for that Chug Jug to pop is now. Peterbot slowly but surely dropping down. They realize this one is all but over in their favor. 2 Shockwave, half a Chug Jug as well. More loot being passed up, but now they're contested. Flakes and gone, they're going up, but Peterbot's going out. He has the last grappler. He makes his way back to the zone. This is why he is king.
But Peterbot, he's got to get his way back towards where the zone is actually at. He doesn't want to find himself outside of it. Still has a Shockwave. He takes out Gone. That's going to be the massive refresh. All of these builds, Shockwaving up. One more tick could do it, but Peterbot barely managing to stay alive. He's on the high ground, and Aussie still right behind him. Aussie's going to play Disruptor on low.
You don't know who he is until you realize that is Fragger Aussie on the low ground, causing chaos. Peterbot's chopping down Cooper, sending him all the way down low to that low ground, and now that's his chance to put down pressure. Only 3 teams remain, and only one of them is a strong duo because Courage has just gone down. Cooper has no choice but to try to make a play. Everybody left alive is going to be solos. Cooper versus Cold in the backside of the zone as he takes down Courage.
But Cold, he's right there in the mind of Peterbot. Cooper trying to do what he can. Peterbot doesn't have a whole lot of HP to work with. He'll at least have the opportunity, though, from the high ground to play off these small up potions. Cooper goes up, but Cooper gets knocked down! Might even be able to find another knock. No, he needs the refresh more than ever. Potasai spotted out the wood box, not going to keep him safe for much longer, but Kanata forced to close off the wall. Scouts that it's Cooper and Zemi in the low ground, cutting him off, stealing that loot away from him.
Cooper and Zemi finally getting eliminations. They're playing towards that consistency. We know throughout the course of this game, Peterbot and Aussie have taken away that first place, but there's still 6 teams that need to go down, which is 6 placement points, and he has that mythic charge shotgun. 1 pump potential for him. Peterbot, he's got a little bit of arsenal, but I don't think it's going to be enough. 1v1 versus Kanata. No siphon, no matters. Both of them go down.
Peterbot making sure that Kanata goes with them. Typical Gamer still on height with Booga, but Daya, Seti, they're still up and kicking. Reason, Faxity to the high ground. Reason, Faxity seem like they want to be the ones to take over height. The challenge is a success. They're now on top. Typical Gamer stuck in the mid-ground. Everybody getting trapped inside the castle here at Fort Crumpet, and Typical Gamer will fall.
There might have been over 4 million different timelines looking through, but this might be the one where Faxity, a late entrant into the competition, could come out, but he's having a couple of hiccups from up, down, left, right. His HP's out the window, but Cooper staggering himself back. His only chance was left of the Chug Jug. He has to figure out a way in because he's the only solo left versus Seti and Daya. Faxity and Reason, the 2 strong duos, but they run into Cooper. He goes down. Reason is the one that's firing down from above. Hail and Brimstone with that red eye.
I like that! Faxity and Reason, they just need to close it. Reason gets the final blow, and Seti and
6 solo eliminations for Peterbot. Him and Ozzy have 7 overall, and they're trying to continue to increase that lead. And you're seeing our top 3. Seti is now by himself. He's feeling that same pressure that Peterbot is.
But wait a second, Zemi, Cooper, they might have just been reintroduced to this winning conversation. Seti getting sent so far outside into the storm, he's gonna have to use his Chug Jug way too early. Valuable seconds being ticked off here now. Trying to crank back up, trying to shockwave back into the zone. He does manage to make it, but only 20 left on that Chug Jug. Cooper loses Zemi though. Cooper's got to do this all by himself.
Luckily for Cooper, though, he does have med kits, the legendary slurp juice, different options here. Everybody in our top 3 are now officially solo players trying to hunt here, basically trying to outmatch each other. Now placement points are starting to come in. Top 9, top 8 as another one's going to fall. That's Somerset that gets taken down. Kanata is now out of this game. The players are now getting closer and closer here toward the end game where our final 3 could face off.
But that elimination that Cooper just got onto Queasy, that might just be enough time. Cooper doing what he can to try and see if there's any spare heals that he might be able to find back his own. But Peterbot takes out Seti and Daya. They're no longer in the conversation for first. Peterbot trying to hold strong to their position, but there's still other players to deal with. Cooper also doing the same on the low ground, and Peterbot's out of here. Cooper has the opportunity of a lifetime here to bring this one home.
He needs placement. He needs eliminations. It's his chance to put up some big numbers here in the final game of the day, but he finds himself in a 1v1, v2 situation here for our final 3 players left in the game, and the duo, EU's finest, Podesai and Nikov, going against Gone. That's the solo player who shockwaves towards the top, tries to fire a shot as he drops down low. Cooper's just letting them handle things. He said free placement, I don't mind.
Cooper, he might be looking to even try and send somebody back into the storm. He's got 5 shockwaves. He can buy himself a little bit of time. He's going to go straight up. He's going to throw that shockwave out, but it's not going to connect. Podesai going to get chopped out because Cooper is sending himself off with the shockwave, but Cooper, he's just stuck between all of France here. Podesai and Nikov, they will find the Gentleman's victory in Game 6 here, but the damage has been done. Cooper falling what he did. Your FNCS 2025 Pro-Am champions are decided. Peterbot and Oxyantics.
1